Hi, this is Leslie Hermes with a very late edition of Tech Tuesday. We're going to be taking a look at Kami today, but before we get started, I wanted to send a very special thank you to Michelle Dalton and her sister Allison. Allison created this presentation for her campus and kindly shared it with us for our campus. So I thank her and Michelle. So Kami is a tool that we can use for accessibility in the classroom, specifically during online learning, because you can take documents and allow them to become interactive and meet the needs of the students. So in this course, we're going to learn how to add the extension to our Chrome browser, how to sign up for Kami with our Pasadena ISD account. We're going to take a look at a few of the tools available in the app. We're going to learn how to upload stuff to the Google Classroom. And we're going to practice using the features of the Kami app on our own. So after this presentation, I highly recommend that you try it out and take a look at the tools and play around with them. If you run into a problem or something you don't understand, I am of course here to help support you. And please forgive me, I might say the Google Classroom a lot. I know it's just Google Classroom, but I like adding the at the beginning. So why should we be using Kami? Well, it converts existing assignments and worksheets in Google Classroom. It allows you to take documents, specifically PDFs, and allow students to interact with it in multiple ways. And it easily implements accommodations for special populations. ELL, SPEDS, and dyslexia. The reason why I call out that it's mainly going to be PDFs, just because in the platform, the ones that work best are PDFs, though we will try it out on a few Word documents as well too. So let's go ahead and add the extension to our Chrome browser. As I navigate over there, sorry, I didn't even tell you the web address, is kami.app/extension. So kami.app/extension. I need to remind y'all that you should be using the Chrome browser. If you don't have it installed, let me know and I will come help you out with that. The extensions that we recommend cannot be used in Edge or Internet Explorer if you are still using that. So I already have the extension installed on my browser, so it says installed, but if you haven't, there's a button that says add to Chrome. Once you add any extension to your Chrome browser, usually they'll pop up here. If you don't see the one you're looking for, if you click the puzzle piece, and then these are all the ones that you have installed or listed here. Next, we are going to go ahead and sign up for the Kami app. On here it says web.kamiapp.com. However, I think they might have updated their link because that didn't work for me, but it may still work. It may just be user error on my side. But if we go to kamiapp.com, it will take us to the correct place as well. You are going to create an account. And when you first create an account, you're going to select sign up with Google. And you're going to log in using your Pasadena ISD credentials. So your username is your email usually, and your password is the one that you usually use. You're going to select K-12 schools, then select teacher, and then you're going to complete the rest of the sign up, and then click finish. What I like about Kami is you can actually switch between teacher role and student role pretty easily. I do it quite often just so I can see what the student sees. So there's that option available. There is a video here under the What Can Kami Do in Google Classroom. And I won't be playing it here, but I will share out this presentation so that you may watch that as well too. So let's go ahead and head over to Google Classroom. So it is easy to add Kami assignments to your Google Classroom after you have the extension installed and the account created. If you go to Create Kami Assignment, and you fill out what classroom it's for. I have it in my demo classroom. You can select what specific students get this resource. I would share it with all because this is beneficial when it comes to reading and annotating and stuff like that. Or you can select a specific student and you can go ahead and publish it as soon as you're done. I'm going to call this one All Summer in a Day. You can put instructions in here. I would usually put what you expect them to do, such as highlighting keywords, finding the theme, summarizing, all that good stuff. And then we are going to, I'm going to upload it from my computer. I don't have this file on my Google Drive right now. And since this is taking a moment, I'm going to pause and go ahead and do that. So you want to make sure it says make a copy for each student over here. And then you're going to click assign. I went ahead and switched over as a student. And I'm going to go to my classwork. Here's my All Summer in a Day. And I can open it here, or I can click on View an Assignment and open it there, which I'm going to do that because you can see that it has the Turn In option over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on the assignment, and you'll see that you have the option to open with Kami right here. And if you click this drop down, it's also there as well. Since this is an assignment, that's why it shows up right here. So it's going to load it into the Kami application and allow the student to make notes as they are reading. So let's say I have them annotate. I want them to make a comment on this one. So if you see, it brought up an audio comment because that's what I used last. So it can record an audio about the specific article. But I can also put in a comment. So I can highlight here. And then it just posts it there. And then let's say I highlight right here, and you see another microphone here, and it says voice typing. Why are they so worried about the rain? And so the voice comment works pretty well with Kami. Of course, every now and then it does not catch the words that you want it to, but and it doesn't capitalize. But this is a great tool for the students who feel like maybe they are slow typers or they're not as good spellers, so they don't want to type. So it's a great tool to add for them. You can also select the markup tool. Oh, sorry, under comments, they can also do a video comment, or they can take a screen capture of what they're looking at. Markup has the highlighter option, box highlighter, strike through, or underline. And of course they can change the color. So let's do the highlighter. So that seemed pretty important. I highlighted something important. And you can tell them highlight the characters in blue if you're looking at a story. Highlight the key terms in pink. So it helps them like think about what they're reading as they're reading through it. They also have the text-to-speech option, and it will read it to them.
All Summer in a Day by Ray Bradbury.
So, and you can also change the voice if some students feel like that they hear better in a certain way. You can change the voice. I'm not sure about language though.
All Summer in a Day by Ray Bradbury. Ready? Ready.
So it's just accents. So they do have different accents in here. Of course, the default one is English. And I just now noticed that that they put that in there. So that was something I just wanted to try out just now. Now let's say they don't know what a word is. Like remembrance. We don't know what remembrance means.
Remembrance.
They can highlight it and it'll say it for them. Or if we click on dictionary and they highlight it, it will tell them the meaning of it. So there's quite a few features in here. I personally have not completely played around with everything in here. Like I really want to know what the math ones do. So it's worth to go in here and just play around, put a document in and try it out. And I'll show you how to pull up a document to put in here. But let's say the student's done, they've done everything they need to for Google Classroom. They can go ahead and click Turn In, and it will turn it in and turn their assignment in for them. Okay, now I have navigated over to Summit Learning, and I pulled up the first Power Focus area in Texas history, and I found one of their documents that's called Reading. So if we click on that, it will bring up a PDF where it has some reading passages they need to go through. They can click on Open With, Annotate with Kami, and it will open it up in their Kami notebook. Now, as students work through this, and they're highlighting, making notes, all those kind of things, it helps them really think about what they're learning. So the key terms right here, they can highlight it as they read through the document. If they come across it, they can pull it out. Obviously, this is not an assignment, so this is helping them with their note-taking and stuff like that. So you can use this as their notes if you allow that. And then they can share it with, they can share them with you. And, oh, okay. So it will open up the original in here, so they can't really mark on it. They would have to make a copy. So they would click Create a Copy. And it would make a copy in their drive. And now this is their copy to mark on. And then they can type it out there. And then they can click Save. They can click Share. And it will allow them to share it with the teacher or anybody. Maybe they're doing peer tutoring. It'll allow that as well. Now let's say they want to save it to their Google Drive so they have easy access to it. They can go over here to the download button and they can save it with annotations, and they can save it to their computer or their Google Drive. The last thing that I would like to show you is, let's say you share a document with your students and you want them to annotate it. They can. Actually, I have two more things I'm going to show you. Sorry, I paused myself for a second so I can make sure I was saying this correctly. They will go to this puzzle piece. They can click the Kami extension if it's not already up here. And when they click on it, it's going to take them to this landing page. You can open up documents from your Google Drive, you can open up documents from your computer, or you can open up a blank page. Let's say you emailed them a document, which I highly do not recommend. Just put it in Google Classroom. It's easier for them to get access to it. But let's say you did email it and they saved it to their desktop. And we're going to put it there. I already have it in here, so it's asking me if I wanted to create another one. If I didn't have it in here, it would go ahead and bring it up on the screen where I can annotate it. So that was a look at Kami in use with Google Classroom. There's a video here about Kami for accommodations. I recommend you take a look at it. But as you can see, there are several things built into Kami that help with making sure accommodations are met. All these links in this presentation will take you to videos or information on how to use those tools, which I'll probably be taking a look at the equation editor. And this allows you to have a practice with Kami and some helpful hints. So be sure to save. Kami only saves every 3 minutes. It's not automatic like Google Drive, so make sure you click the little save button. Drag and drop your documents into Google Drive to open them with Kami app. It makes it so much easier when it's in Google Drive. You just open up the document, click the open with, and open with Kami. It's very easy. Use Kami to help your students collaborate online and work in small groups so they can share on the same document and mark it up together if you want them to discuss it. And then Kami automatically creates a folder in your drive with all your saved assignments. I believe it does. It's on here for Schoology, but I think I saw one in there for Google as well too. So, like I said, play around with it. It's actually fairly easy to use. There's lots to discover. Obviously, I didn't discover everything because I found a few things while making this video. So it's really exciting, the features that they have. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.